Hello there guys, and welcome to today's video. Now today we're taking a little look at the new update. So as you may notice, if you look at the UI in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, our food and water bars have been halved. They're no longer 1,000, they are now down to 500 each. So we're going to be a lot more reliant now on our food and water. So they've done some work on the metabolism system. So now when we're running around, we're going to lose health. If we get dehydrated, which will happen when our water bar gets too low, you will no longer be able to sprint. You'll just be walking at normal speed, and you're going to find a lot more problems, especially in the early game when water and food are hard to come by. Now there is one benefit to this. They've added a new way for us to get water. So all you need to do now is walk up to any body of water, and as soon as you get in there, just look down at your feet and you can drink from the water. So you can drink from rivers, you can drink from the sea, and you can drink from lakes. The only issue is, if you drink from the sea, you're going to be drinking salt water and you are going to throw up. So I'll quickly demonstrate that now. Okay then, so we're at the sea now, we're out, we can see the icebergs. This is definitely salt water. So if I go to drink this, you'll notice that the player throws up. Now I am on a server where my health and my food and my water will all stay maxed out. So you won't notice the repercussions of what happens when you drink salt water, but if you quickly pay attention to it there, your water and your food bar does drop slightly and your health will decrease over time, and it decreases by quite a bit. So it is not advised to drink salt water, definitely not. So that is one of the new ways that we have to get water. One of the other ways, if we look just down here on the toolbar, we have water jugs. Now these will be just like the water bottles. You'll find them randomly throughout the world. They hold 750 milliliters of water. These can't be crafted at all. You will only find them in the world. Now you can put normal water in them and you can put salt water in them, just about the same with any other thing that you can put water in. You can now put salt water in there, so you need to be careful as to which water you're putting in, because if you go out and you need a drink, you're not going to be helping yourself if you fill that up with salt water and go and try and take a swig of that. You'll just be pushing yourself quicker into death. Now another update that we've got now, if we take a look in here, we've got the boat bag. It is now a default blueprint and it is 15 cloth to craft, and this can be drunk. You can now throw the water out of it as well. So you can just tip the water out by holding right click, and just like with the bucket, you run into a body of water, holding right click and it will fill up. So it is a lot easier now for you to get water for on the go, especially in the early game. And we've also got an update to the water barrels, which now hold 20,000 milliliters of water each. So you can now store more water, double the amount of water in a water barrel, which is also a great update. So in quite a lot of contrast to the other updates today, where it's making it harder for us to survive with the metabolism updates and we're more reliant on water and food, they've given us a bit of a boost, and our bleeding damage is now lower, so it will take you a lot longer to bleed out when you are bleeding. So it's not going to be like you get one hit now off of an AK and you're doomed to bleed out. So I'm just going to quickly demonstrate by chucking myself off a building. So now we're at 4% bleed, and we're not losing health every single second like we previously would be. From 4% bleed, we didn't even lose any more health than what we did from taking the full damage. So I didn't even need any of my bandages. So we're now going to be a lot better off if we're taking full damage. If we're getting shot at, it's going to be the hits that kill you now. It's not going to be the bleed out, so you're not going to be scrambling as fast as you can to craft yourself a bandage and get it used. Now, one of the other things that everybody is probably going to be really excited to see, especially seeing as I've had a bow and a crossbow on my action bar this entire video, is the new arrowheads. And I can just quickly go and confirm for you now, if we get out, we're still with our standard arrowheads. The ones that you've been seeing throughout the week were in fact an upgraded version of arrows, so you will not be seeing them at the moment. There's been no confirmation that the arrowheads will be making this week's update, so you'll be expecting it maybe next week or the week after. They may be holding it back until the forced wipe of May, so just bear that in mind. I wouldn't get too overly excited. It could still drop in this update, but I'd be very surprised if it did. So along with these updates that I've showed you here today, we do have a couple of others, and one of which is improved animal attack animations. Now sadly I can't show you these at the moment, but it is just a new attack animation for the bear and an attack animation for the horse, and we can't actually get a horse to attack us, so you'll only be able to see that if you see two horses fighting. Also, C4 no longer sticks to other C4. I've tried testing this and I can't figure out for the life of me what that means. It still seems to go inside one another when you throw it on a wall, so you can still double stack C4. So that is a pretty confusing update in my eyes. I'm not 100% on what that means. And the flamethrower also will now just take fuel off your belt. So if you have fuel in your inventory and in your toolbar, I believe it will take primarily from your toolbar instead of taking it from your belt, from your bag. So if you want to save some fuel for whatever you're doing, if you're filling up your quarry, you can put that in your bag and safe in the knowledge that the flamethrower is going to take the fuel from your action bar, so you can easily monitor that while you are using it. So that is it for today then, guys. If you'd like to see more update videos, please do hit that subscribe button. If you have enjoyed this video, then please give it a nice big thumbs up. That'll really make my day. And if you know anybody else that would be interested in looking at these updates, then please do share the video along to them. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good day.